People, deluded. Good morning. I've literally just woken up. Monday, bank holiday, last day before work. Sadly, but stars and duds of the week. Now let's crack on now. Chelsea, you're lucky or commiserations because they're playing on Monday evening. I'm not trying to do this late Monday night, people. So if you play midweek, you know I typically miss you out. But it's been an eventful Premier League week. Nobody saw Everton beating United, let alone 4-0, and that was fantastic. Obviously, we can't laugh too much because we lost 3-2 to Crystal Palace. Spurs obviously lost 1-0 to City. That's not the worst of results to lose, or games to lose. So the top four races are a bit of a madness, and Chelsea are laughing. They've got Burnley this evening. Hopefully, Burnley do everybody a favour. Liverpool got through against Cardiff. I wouldn't say City eased the Champions League pain against Spurs, but they took 3 points and they can't feel sorry for themselves. Them and Liverpool neck and neck for the title. Liverpool's on 88 or so points. It's crazy. I swear that is enough to win a league title. In fact, I'm so sure, was it Leicester? Did they win it with 78? Forgive me if I'm wrong. Somebody's definitely won it with 10 less points than what Liverpool have right now, and Liverpool are doing their thing. Shout out to Brighton. I know Brighton are in the relegation battle, but they kept a clean sheet and they prevented Wolves from scoring and gave Arsenal a little masterclass sort of thing. So shout out to them. So yeah, shout out to Crystal Palace as well. Zaha done his thing in my opinion. They did their thing in general as a team and they deserved their 3 points. So it was an eventful week. In regards to stars and duds, let's start with the stars. Pickford, I'm always putting him in duds when he plays poorly, so I feel his team scored 4 goals against Man United at home. Playing against Everton at home's not so easy now, United fans, is it? And I feel man to a man, everybody was quality, so Pickford has to go and goal for me. I feel centre-halves, for the sake of keeping clean sheets, going on from the same logic against Pickford, Michael Keane's going to go centre-half for me, and Brighton's Duffy's going to come at centre-half. Left back, I'm going to go with Everton's. I can never say his name. Dijan. What's his name again, man? It's not Dijan. I keep calling it that, but I heard it last time, man. Let's just call him Luca. Luca's at left back. Right back is Kyle Walker. I feel Kyle Walker was decent against Spurs, to be fair, considering how he's played over the 2 legs against Spurs defensively. I feel he had a better game, so he's going to go at fullback for me. Must admit, I did want to put Wan-Bissaka. I feel he had a good game as well, to be fair with you, against us, and gave an audition for top 6 clubs. So I went with Walker first. I'm going to go with Walker. So that's the back 5. Midfield, I'm going with Mesut Ozil. I feel Mesut Ozil had a good game, even though we lost. He got his goal and he ran the show from an Arsenal's perspective. So he's going to go in midfield. I feel in the 10's going to go Bernardo Silva. I mean, he's playing on fire and he was the best player for me out of the whole game week, out of everybody. And definitely on the pitch against Manchester City against Spurs. So he's going to go there. I'm going to big up Phil Foden, people. Apologies. I'm going to big up Phil Foden. Phil Foden's going to go in the team for me. He's a young guy. He started against Spurs. He scored a goal. You can see what it means to him as a Stockport lad, Manchester City local sort of thing. And I feel he didn't look phased. Disappointing that he never got 90 minutes, but I think Pep did that just so when he comes off, can get a little clap from the fans and make him feel good. So I've got nothing against that per se, people. But yeah, man, my nose is killing me. But that would be my midfield 3. Up front, Deluded had a good game for Watford, so how can he not go up there? I'm going to go with Zaha. I felt he caused us trouble. And I'm going to go with Richarlison through the middle. Admittedly, people, I do want to bring in Calvert-Lewin. I do think a couple more Everton players could be in this lineup. And I actually feel a couple more Brighton players, like especially at left back. You could have had Belong. You could have had Zinchenko of Manchester City. Could have probably put Theo Walcott in this side. We played poorly as a team, so probably not deserving to be in the team, but Lacazette had a decent game. Iwobi changed the game when he came on. Aubameyang scored at the end of the day. I think Dele Alli looked decent as well. Sigurdsson probably should be in the team for Foden as well. In fact, I'm sorry, no, man, I'm going to keep Foden. That would be my team. So to recap, I've obviously went with Pickford. I went with Luca at left back. Right back, we've gone with Kyle Walker. Centre halves in Michael Keane and Duffy. And both of their centre half partners could have been in here. I really need to blow my nose. Both of their centre half partners could have been in the team, people. And like I said, a lot more Everton players for me personally could have been in this team. But that's my centre halves. Foden, Ozil and Bernardo Silva in the midfield 3. Deluded, Richarlison and Zaha are up front. Decent team, to be fair. Let's crack on with duds. Now, Arsenal players could have been in here. United, the majority of their players could have been in here. Spurs, a couple of players could have been in here. The guy who conceded the penalty for Cardiff could have been in here, but I didn't go with none of them. In goal, I must admit, I wasn't initially going to go with him, people, but I'm going to go with De Gea now. His team conceded 4 goals for the same, kind of the same logic on the spin as to why Pickford's in stars, but his team conceded 4 goals. And some of the goals, I don't feel they're his fault, because the build-up play, I mean, the defence and midfield are the walls in front of you. If they're not at it, people, then how can you be at it? 1 second, people. I really need to blow my nose. Oh, man. Making sure this ain't on camera. Apologies, people. But now I got a clear nose of sorts. But, yeah, man. Some of the goals I feel De Gea could have done better. And obviously it's Lionel Messi. But like against Barcelona, he done well, man. Some of these saves, De Gea of old made some of these saves. The goals, I wouldn't even say they're his fault, but I do think he could have done better for some of the goals. And I don't know if it's the team just playing badly and he's playing badly, if he's stagnating as a player because he's not really being challenged, if he's disillusioned with life at Man United. But De Gea just don't look on it, man. I don't ever assume a player doesn't care, but he looks like he's got one eye out, one foot out the door, and I don't think De Gea will leave United. But the longer the contract nonsense goes on, that could have played a part. I don't feel he was the worst. And again, if your team concede 4 goals, you have to look at what happened before they put the ball in the back of the net versus the keeper. But I feel De Gea could have done better. I'm not Lindelof, sorry. All of the back four of United could have been in here, but I'm purely just gonna go with Jones. I feel Jones was poor in particular. I feel Mustafi was atrocious for Arsenal, to put it nicely. The only thing I know people are blaming Mustafi for the 3rd goal, but it's actually Kolasinac's fault. He gives away the corner, fair enough. Mustafi gives away the corner, but it's ironically one bit of decent defending from him. And then it's obviously poor marking. So I wouldn't blame Mustafi for that. But the second, it's a simple ball over the top. Maybe Koscielny didn't have to go for the header. But I don't know what Mustafi's doing. He's looking for his keeper. You're a defender. You clear the ball first. And then you start asking your keeper why he didn't come. It's not Leno's fault for what it's worth, people. It's just him moving mad. But Mustafi's going to be in this team. 2 goals, definitely his fault. Yeah, if you've been watching Premier League in the last 2-3 years, you've been seeing what Mustafi's doing. So I'm at the point I don't need to explain. And if you need me to explain, it's concerning, because what are your eyes saying as a professional footballer? As a football fan, like Stevie Wonder can see Mustafi's a poor footballer, in my opinion. I feel Spurs, Davis, it weren't necessarily poor, but I feel City's fullbacks gave Spurs' fullbacks a kind of tough day. I feel Foyth kind of grew into the game in the second half and relished it, but I feel Davies kind of got stressed out. So Davies is going to go at left back for me. Right back is going to be Southampton's Yoshida, because they weren't. I feel he let himself down in the last game they played defensively. In midfield, another one at Arsenal. Don't know what he did right and what he offers the team to be nice to him. El Nene is going to be in the team. Again, don't see what he offers the side, but he's in the team. Pogba's in the team. Pogba was anonymous, but not to be harsh on Pogba. Matic could have been in here as well, and Fred, if I remember correctly. And the whole of United, same way, more Arsenal players could have been in here. So I don't think I'm scapegoating, but Pogba looked like he down tools, and I don't know for Pogba now, man. I enjoy Pogba as a professional footballer, like him in the Premier League, but only United fans know in regards to that. I feel Hogg of Huddersfield, he lost the ball in the midfield that led to one of their goals, the goals they conceded. So he's going to be part of the midfield 3. So that's El Nene, Hogg and Pogba in the midfield 3. I feel I'm going to go with the United strikers, to be fair with you. I'm going to go with the United strikers. I'm going to go with Aubameyang. How can he don't play for United? I'm going to go with Rashford, because Rashford weren't at it, Lukaku weren't at it, and Martial weren't at it. I did think Kohler could have been in the team for Davis. I did think Moura could have possibly been in the team. Didn't have the best of game. Yeah, man. I think statistically, Martial had the same touches as Pickford. You're a striker or an attacking offensive player, and you've got the same touches as a keeper. That shows how bad you've played, and that shows how bad the team's been. There could have been a lot more people in this, to be fair with you, man. Shout out to Mohamed Salah as well. I didn't mention it, but for stars, he obviously scored. Ronaldo could have been in there as well. Liverpool players just go from strength to strength. So shout out to Liverpool, man. They did their job, and probably could have had some Liverpool players. But to recap, in case I didn't make it clear of the 2 teams, for duds, it's De Gea, Yoshida at right back, Davis at left back, Jones and Mustafi centre half, Hogg, El Nene and Pogba in the midfield 3, Rashford, Lukaku, Martial up front. In regards to the stars, people, you've got Pickford, you've got Duffy and Keane, Luka at left back, right back Kyle Walker, but I did want to put Jan Bissaka, Foden, Mesut Ozil and Bernardo Silva, make a trio in midfield. Then you've got Richarlison, Delafeo, and Zaha. In regards to stars and duds of the week, people, oh gosh, people, deluded. I'm out. My nose is messing with me, my guys, and I'm about to draw for the tissue that I'm staring at in front of me. People, DG. Jesus.